Hi everyone, I'm Raghunath. So I'm a faculty at Cheenta, and a heartily congratulations to all the winners. The entire Cheenta team is really proud of you. You all know that only few students in India get qualified for the IMOTC camp. Around 78 did this year. So out of that, around 10 students are from Cheenta, and we are really proud of that. Around three or four students are old students like Mansha and Partvartak, Aryan. So these kids are old students of Chinta. Like they participated in Chinta last year and they also qualified, and that's great. And we have the remaining seven students are current students of Chinta, and we are really proud of you. And all the best for your IMOTC camp. I hope you can do better in that also. Keep working hard, and we are basically here to discuss few strategies for cracking INMO. Not only INMO, for even beginners who are going to write IOQM will get benefited. We are going to discuss few reference book for these exams. We all know that Olympiads are out of the school curriculum. They happen to provoke the critical thinking of math. So in order to inculcate that to our young generation, we are the one who need to support them, right? We are the one who need to give them the chance that there is something different. Why don't you try this out? So if we can give them just a chance, then they will come up by themselves. So in that regard, this session will be really beneficial for those students who are starting their Olympiad preparation, like who are able to qualify IOQM and planning to, but not able to qualify RMO or INMO. For those kids, it will be really beneficial. So they can stay tuned and let's see what we can do. So I would request the winners to share your experiences in this journey. When did you start your preparation, and how long you took to qualify INMO, and what are the differences between the mathematics that you do for this particular Olympiad type thing and JE type things. And students are doing mathematics separately, that's fine. Some kids are enthusiastic to do it separately, but I think if collaboration can be done, it provokes the thinking very much, in the sense combining ideas of your group members. That's what I mean. So you can share your experiences in that aspect also. So maybe first we can start with Pranit. Hi Pranit.
Hello, sir.
Hi, congratulations.
Thank you,
So
sir.
Pranit is I think, a long time member of Chinta. So yes, Pranit, please share your experiences out of the Olympiad preparation.
So I started in sixth grade, I think. So I used to do it on my own, mostly from pre-college mathematics, the book itself. So I used to only do that for 2 years and past papers. So first time in eighth grade, no, yeah, eighth grade, I couldn't get through IOQM. Then, I mean, second time, like ninth grade, also I couldn't get through IOQM itself. So, yeah, I was just doing the same books itself, I think. Then last year, I guess, I joined Cheenta. The only difference was the problem solving classes, I guess. So I never used to do so many problems, let's say. And it was very regular. I guess the main thing is that it's a very gradual process. There's no one thing which will suddenly make you good at math, I guess.
Exactly. And what are few textbooks that you would recommend, Pranit?
Uh,
Other than we know Challenge and Thrills in Pre-College Mathematics is a standard textbook for Olympiad, and it's very good for beginners also. And students who are in the middle stage of preparation can also follow this book. It's a book for both these stages, and this is particularly good for geometry and combinatorics. So, could you add some other books for number theory and algebra?
Pathfinder for Olympiad Mathematics by Pearson was also good. I think for algebra, at least.
Okay.
Polynomials. Yeah, that was good. And like this I didn't know before, but I think Nangovan had told about Olympiad combinatorics, which is pretty good now that I started.
Yeah, what was the author of that book?
Uh,
Nandagovind?
Pranav A. Shriram.
Oh, Pranav A. Sriram. Nandagovind used to talk about that book. Yeah. So I think it's a pretty important book. So thank you, Pranit. And I think that's a very good point by Pranit that changes do not occur suddenly, changes occur gradually. Mathematics is like ocean, and we are only exposed to a part of it. The entire ocean is in of large depth. So students should not lose their motivation in the process and should continue to be motivated and just follow. And Pranit is a typical example of what could happen. Even though he was unable to crack IOQM, how is he able to crack IOQM as well as RMO as well as INMO this year? It's because of his consistency, I should say. And he used to attend the problem solving classes of Chinta regularly. So these are few key points to be noted. Maybe let's go to the next winner. I think the next winner is Krishiv Kandelwal. Congratulations, Krishiv, for qualifying INMO. Krishiv is a very consistent student who attends the classes of Chinta. So, Krishiv, Krishiv is also a young candidate. He has a lot of years to see and lot of things to come, and he qualified INMO at a very young stage. So, Krishiv, I think you are in grade 9, right? 9 to 10.
Yes, yes.
Great. So, which standard did you start your preparation? Which grade did you start your preparation?
I think I like aside from the local math Olympiads like all those SOF and some Ganit Prabhutva things. I started math Olympiads as in like these math Olympiads I started in middle eighth, I'd
Okay.
say. Yeah, I couldn't clear ICAM in grade 8. So basically what I'd like to say is I made a fatal mistake in grade 8. I was just searching for books. I was like, I don't like this book, I don't like this book, this book is better, that book is better, this book covers this problem, that book does not cover this problem. I spent way too much time on this. And that is really a huge mistake. So what I have figured out is it's not that big of a deal as to what books you're using, but more of a deal as to what problems you're solving along the way. So for IOQM, I'd really say you just need to have all of your concepts cleared up, and like there's not much theory that goes into IOQM. So I'd say for IOQM, just solve more problems, do more mocks. There are AIME, SMT, HMMT, all of those are good sources for problems for ICAM, which may even be harder than ICAM. So like that's good preparation. So I never really used any book in particular for ICAM. That is just a thing straight out of it. So problem solving is really important. And yeah, like for RMO and INMO, I'd say like this year things were on the easier side. Like this year the problems are on the easier side in INMO. But still, like in general for INMO and RMO, the books I'd say for geometry, Evan Chen's book is a classic. That is a very good book. For uh, for Olympiad algebra, I feel like there's no such thing you can say that Olympiad algebra is, because it's really just a compilation of three things: functional equations, algebras, polynomials, and yeah, like you can't really say that Olympiad algebra encompasses all of that. So you have to do specific problems for each of those genres. And yeah, number theory, I'd say MONT is a good book for beginners. If you're more advanced, you can do like NTCP by
Uh,
T2.
what is NTCP?
NTCP, oh, so T2 has two number theory books. One of them is number theory structures examples problems, which is more on the old side, and like but it still has nice problems. And on the new side is which is more advanced. That is number theory concepts and problems. That one is a nice book.
by
for
T2 and
concept.
PSU, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
But I've not really like the only book I've done is like INMO. And in geometry, you just keep learning more, keep seeing more configurations. That is the only way to learn. Because I know, like, I was very anti geo at first. I did not like geometry at all, but now I like geometry.
What made you to like geometry? What changed? Is it problem solving or reading books or what was it? If if you know.
Yeah, so like, of course, at a given point of time, as you mature in Olympiads, your preferences change. But I think what really made me like geo is that, I mean, the fact that I got better is one, and like as I saw, like, okay, I started out as like very bad, and then you have to find ways of solving problems if you're not able to solve problems. It's not like you're stuck. You have to find ways. So for IOQM type problems, IOQM, AIME, computational problems, trigonometry bashing is a really good way out. If you, yeah, so you can learn how to trig bash. It's very, very useful on those types of problems. But after that, it's like as I got more and more into Olympiad Geo, as I started learning more and more configurations, it's really a matter of problem solving and like gradually going up in level as you solve problems. But yeah, like it's not really a thing that made me like I just progressed further and yeah.
Got it, got it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Krishiv. That will be really useful. As pointed out by Krishiv, some concepts are required for higher level exams like INMO, and a lot of other higher level exams. Definitely, some concepts are required. It's not that you can solve just only by logic. Some prerequisite and some base should be put beforehand. But as far as IOQM is concerned, you just need to be good at problem solving, like logical thinking. How can you know think logically given that time? So it's basically 30 questions, right? So you have to think like the spark has to come within that time for each question. So that should be the thing which is mostly problem solving based. For higher level exams like INMO and IMO, you will need some concepts. The fundamental concepts are required and different techniques are required, which are used to be taught in our classes, of course. And these are also available in textbooks that were mentioned. The Ivan Shen's book called EGMO, and number theory concepts and problems, as well as the structures and examples. You can also follow Arthur Angel's problem solving strategies that have good collection of problems. So these are good things for algebra. Yes, Krishiv, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry to interrupt again. I also wanted to say, if I didn't make that clear, is that like problem solving alone also won't accomplish anything. It's really important to also build a strong base, of course, a strong base of foundations, and then work upon that as you go.
So
So
one thing that I would like to stress on it is that not only that you know the concepts, the advanced concepts, you should know how can I apply that. You should have the practice of applying it also. So the base is important, as well as the practice on how you implement it in a problem. That is also important to be more clear. Very good, Krishiv. Thank you for sharing your experiences in your journey. I hope it will be really helpful for everyone. Yes, yes, please go ahead. Advait Sriram.
Yeah. So typically, how much time you spend between this non-routine problem solving and your regular school stuff, and how do you balance both typically?
Yes, Krishiv, since you are a a school student, so in your perspective, if you can share your like the time splitting for school, you will be spending some time, and after coming from school, you will be spending some time on problem solving, and you also have homework that is given by school, right? So can you give us the timings of these three? How do you split the timings?
sir, I'm like probably not the best person to talk about this because my school and like my whole schedule is very irregular. I tend to spend most of the time for Olympiads,
Okay.
but like my schedule is very irregular because my school is more of like integrated type thing. So like all of the homework, all of the everything, it just, I mean, okay, like my schedule, what used to be, it used to be something like I'm a huge procrastinator, which is like not a good thing. But yeah, I usually just do everything at the very last, uh, which is not a good thing. But yeah, that kind of
Okay.
takes some time, but like it's not.
Is it fair to say you were spending an 1 hour daily on problem solving in absolute terms rather than
Yeah.
mixing
Mm,
1 hour, I way more, like
with?
way more, as in like at least 3 hours. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it depends on some problems. Some problems, even though sometimes problems are easy, it might take more than 1 hour. Some difficult problems might crack within less than 1 hour. So I would say just try to solve one, think about one problem per day. One difficult problem in the sense, not IOQM level problems. If you are solving INMO level problems and IGBO level problems, you can take around 2 hours and think about one problem per day. That is enough. And as the day builds up, you can see a gradual change in the students' performance and understanding. And we also have Abhinav. So Abhinav, congratulations on qualifying INMO. So Abhinav, what do you think on this aspect? The time splitting between your class, the school classes and school homework and the Olympiad preparation. Can you discuss about that?
So like until this year, until the last year, I used to do dummy schooling. That is like I used to go only for exams and not for regular classes. So like I would used to do Olympiad maths only, and when exams were near, I would used to do the school stuff.
So what was the preparation like? When did you start your preparations
They
for?
started around like the end of sixth or the starting of seventh.
Okay, and how many actually then? How many IOQMs you gave, and what were your experiences out of that?
So like in eighth, I got a decent score, but I didn't qualify. Then in ninth, I qualified. I came in INMO, and in tenth, I also qualified INMO.
Very good. That is really great to hear. And also one more request for the parents. We will be completing the students' experiences in just few minutes, and then we will have the questionnaire session in which the parents can ask further questions and further clarifications on the textbook. And Abhinav, what do you think is the strategy for qualifying INMO? Like, should the student need to enroll in some program or just need to follow some textbook? How can a student remain motivated in this era of digital world? Because all of them are now separated, right? I'm sitting individually here somewhere, and we are everywhere we are distributed, and we are doing problems individually. So do you think collaboration is a good idea? And do you think like should the student need to enroll in some program and do problems along with others too in order to stay motivated?
It can depend from person to person. Some might like to do the problems in with other people, and some might like to do it alone. So it can depend what are your preferences.
Okay, but now if a student is preparing alone, what would you recommend him? Like what should he follow the curriculum?
Like you can follow some exam, and it has multiple levels. So like you can do a level. If you think it's hard, then you can do a lower one, and if you think it's easy, you can then do a higher one, and like that.
Okay, okay. Great. And also, we were discussing some books for algebra. Can you recommend some books for algebra? Because as far as I know, problem solving strategies by Arthur Angel is a good one.
So like in algebra for theory, like there is basic theory only, there is not much. and I don't remember from where I did that, because that was like a long time ago. And for problem solving, I like just take problems from AOPS, so I don't follow any book for algebra.
Okay, following AOPS is a very good thing. So there are many communities in AOPS, and you will get a lot of questions over there. That's, I mean, a point to be noted by every one of us. AOPS has, a lot of students where you will get a lot of different problem inputs from different contests, because not all contests can be uh, are available in the internet. So only few students are having access to that, and those students will post those problems in AOPS. So that's a good one. Okay, then the next winner, let's go to Arathrik Pal. Congratulations, Arathrik, for qualifying INMO.
Thank you, sir.
Arathrik, when did you start your preparation for Olympiad?
So I technically started my preparation in around mid class 6 or beginning of class 7. I would say. Around mid class 6.
Okay, okay. And can you share how you went through the process from where you are and where you are right now? I think you were in 10th.
Yeah, so no, I'm in ninth right now. Like ninth just finished right now. Finished.
So what happened all these 3 years?
Yeah, so like in class 6 I started my preparation with a bit of geometry. Like geometry I got interested in it. And I started reading a few standard textbooks. And then in around class 8 or 7, that's when I started giving some of the exams like NMTC and AMC. I gave those exams. And then I gave IOQM for the first time in class 9 this year. And like I then gave RMO and INMO and got selected.
Very good. And I think you are a consistent member of Cheenta. And
Yeah.
Arathrik, is a student who submits homework very regularly. He never skips a homework. And he was actually admitted in level 7 of Cheenta, I think.
Yeah, I got
In the
into
very,
Cheenta when I was in class 7 and I started in that level.
yeah. And as the time progressed, I observed that this student has the potential to solve higher level problems. So, which is evident from his homework submission and his class participation. So, I clearly had the idea to promote him to level 8, which is the level discuss the concepts related to IMO, INMO level contest. And he is submitting the homework till now in a regular manner. So I think this is a very good preparation strategy. And even Abhinav was consistent. Abhinav Ketan was a consistent student who submitted the homeworks. And Arthrik, could you give some textbooks that you followed for combinatorics?
For combinatorics, so I started with I think challenges and thrills. Like that was just the foundations, and then I moved on to the principles and techniques book. And after that, around the time before INMO, I started looking into the book by Pranav Sriram, Olympiad Combinatorics.
Okay, so that book, I think maybe mentioned that Olympiad Combinatorics by Pranav Sriram, that is
Yeah.
for advanced combinatorics, and
Yeah, that's like INMO and above INMO level. That's like that kind of.
right. So that is a book for advanced combinatorics for INMO and IMO level. And for IOQM level, you can solve problems from challenge and drills and the principles and techniques.
Excursion. Like
Yeah.
there's excursion as well. So,
Yeah, even excursion in mathematics by Modak will be a good suggestion.